All right, welcome. Today we're going to talk about Redis. It's this lightning-fast database that kind of proves a point. Sometimes the most powerful solutions come from the absolute simplest ideas.
So, have you ever stopped to think about what makes the fastest apps on your phone, well, fast? How do you get those real-time updates, those instant notifications, those super quick responses? Could be a gaming leaderboard, could be your social media feed, whatever it is, there's often a secret ingredient working behind the scenes.
And here's the thing, the story behind this tech, it's not some massive corporation with a huge R&D budget. Nope. It's about a single developer who got really frustrated with a problem and just decided, you know what, I'm going to build my own solution from scratch.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We're going to start with the developer's dilemma that kicked this whole thing off. Then we'll get into the super clever in-memory solution he came up with. After that, we'll see how its versatile toolkit made it a huge favorite, trace its journey from this tiny project to a global standard, and finally, we'll wrap up by looking at its lasting legacy of speed.
All right, let's set the scene. We're going back to 2009. There's this Italian developer, Salvatore Sanfilippo, who goes by Antares online. And you gotta understand, he wasn't setting out to build some world-famous database. Not at all. He was just trying to fix a problem that was slowing his own startup down to a painful crawl.
So here's what he was up against. First, he was building this real-time web analytics tool. This meant he had to handle a massive flood of data logs and do it like right now. But, and this is the big but, he hit a wall. Every single traditional database he tried was just too slow. It couldn't keep up. It was this huge performance bottleneck, and it felt like there was no way around it.
So what did he do? Did he give up? Nope. He built his own solution. He created something that was just fundamentally different. A tool designed from the ground up for one thing and one thing only: pure, raw speed. And right there, that's where the core idea of Redis was born.
He called it Redis, which is actually short for Remote Dictionary Server. And at its heart, it's super simple. It's a key value store. Think of it like a dictionary. You have a key, which is the word, and a value, which is the definition. But the real magic, the secret sauce, is in that other part of the description: in memory.
Okay, so what does in-memory even mean? Well, here's what makes it so crazy different. Most databases, the traditional ones, they store data on a hard disk. That's kind of like having a filing cabinet in another room. To get a piece of data, you have to get up, walk over, find the right folder, pull it out, and bring it back. It takes time, right? An in-memory database like Redis, it keeps everything right there on its desk in the computer's main memory, or RAM. So access isn't just fast, it's practically instantaneous.
But here's the deal. It wasn't just the raw speed that made developers fall in love with Redis. The thing is, it wasn't just a one-trick pony. It was more like a Swiss Army knife for your data. You could use it to handle all sorts of different jobs, and it did them all really well.
And that's because Redis goes way beyond just simple key-value pairs. It has built-in support for more complex data structures, things like lists, sets, sorted sets, hashes, you name it. And this is what makes it so powerful. This versatility is what lets developers solve a huge range of problems with just one single simple tool.
Okay, so what do you do with it? Well, the number one use case for Redis is caching. It's a no-brainer. You take your frequently accessed data from a slower main database and you stick it in Redis's super-fast memory. The result? Your applications can serve users in milliseconds. It's what makes websites and apps feel incredibly snappy and responsive.
Or how about this? Remember those sorted sets we mentioned? They are absolutely perfect for building something like a real-time gaming leaderboard. Every single time a player submits a new high score, Redis can update the rankings instantly, without even breaking a sweat. It's just that fast.
And that's not all. Redis is also used all over the place as a high-speed message broker. It can manage queues of tasks that need to get done, or it can power real-time communication between different parts of an application. Think of a chat app. It just ensures that messages get delivered instantly and reliably. It's the backbone for that kind of stuff.
So, you can imagine what happened next, right? Word of this fast, elegant new tool just spread like wildfire through the open source community. And pretty soon, what started as one guy's side project began this incredible journey to becoming a mission-critical piece of infrastructure for some of the biggest companies in the world.
So you can see the journey right here. It all starts in 2009 when Salvatore creates it, but then its popularity just explodes, leading to the founding of Redis Labs in 2011. A company totally dedicated to providing commercial support.
And that backing is what really helped transform Redis from just a beloved open-source project into a rock-solid, reliable staple of the modern tech stack.
But wait a minute. If everything's in memory, what happens if the power goes out? Don't you lose everything? That's a fantastic and very critical question, and Redis has a great answer. It solves this with two different persistence options. First, you can use something called RDB snapshots, which are basically like taking a photo of your data at set times. Or, if you need maximum durability, you can use the AOF log, which records every single write operation as it happens. That allows for a much more precise recovery if things go wrong.
And it's not just about saving data. Redis was built for the real world, for production. It uses replication to create live copies of your data, just in case. It has automatic failover, so it can seamlessly switch to a backup if a server dies. And it even offers a cluster mode that lets you spread your data across tons of machines to handle just enormous amounts of traffic.
So when you put it all together, that insane speed, that incredible versatility, and now this production-grade reliability, well, you can see why Redis cemented its place in the Developer Hall of Fame. Its impact on the real-time internet that you and I use every single day, it's honestly hard to overstate.
And the proof, as they say, is in the pudding. I mean, look who's using it. Tech giants like Twitter for their timeline service, GitHub for managing background jobs, Stack Overflow for caching, even Netflix for handling massive real-time data streams. They all rely on Redis to keep their services running lightning fast.
And it's not like Redis is some relic of the past. It's not slowing down one bit. Today, you'll find it on every major cloud platform, and it's constantly evolving. It's powering everything from modern chat apps and IoT systems, all the way to the incredibly demanding real-time needs of today's AI applications.
When you boil it all down, it really comes back to three key things. Redis succeeded because it solved a really complex problem with a simple, almost beautiful solution. It prioritizes raw speed above everything else, and it provides this versatile toolkit that developers just genuinely love to use.
Which kind of leaves us with this final thought to chew on. In a world where technology seems to get more and more complex every single day, the incredible, enduring success of Redis is a powerful reminder that sometimes the most revolutionary innovation of all is just a return to simplicity.